And I feel like African parents fall short when it comes to the topic of honesty. I think what makes the bond strong between parents and their children is honesty. At least I think honesty is one of the things that make them strong, because I feel like African parents have this persona of like perfection, that they're so perfect and they can do no wrong. And it's very easy to believe because we see them go to church and we see them fire, fire, fire. So it's very easy to think that our parents are like great people. They're honest people. They are, I don't know, they're like saints because they put on that persona very well. And I'm not trying to bash them, but I just think it is true. And I feel like it's hard for us as kids or as children of African parents to have that connection with them because we don't trust them. They don't trust us to be honest with them because they think we're going to judge them. If there is anyone in this earth that you should not fear is going to judge you, it should be your kids. It should be your parent. But I think it's a projection because they can't be honest with us, and so we can't be honest with them. Because you mean to tell me you didn't have sex before marriage? Come on now. And I feel like at the end of the day, when you come on this earth, your parents are the first people that you really learn from, you really pick up habits from, you see them and you learn from them. And I think it fucks us up because when they're not honest and they don't want to have like the sex talk with us, when they don't really want to talk about taboo topics or things that are have the hard conversations, we go to school and then we learn the things that we're not learning at home from our parents at school, which is 10 times worse because now we're digging in shit that we shouldn't, and then we're being sneaky about it, and it just makes it worse. You know how they say like sneaky kids, or like parents who are strict with their kids, they're the ones that turn out the sneakiest? That's what happens because you're not I feel like if parents would talk to us about sex, talk to us about porn, talk about things that are hard to have, that those hard conversations, and they don't shame us for it and they don't condemn us by using hell and God and trying to, if they were to have those conversations and do it like that, it would make it 10 times better for us now because we won't have the need to sneak around and do it. And I don't know, like it just feels like it would be a lot different if our parents just were honest with their children. If African parents are just ethnic, or just parents in general, if parents are just honest and stop trying to put on this like I'm perfect, I've never made a mistake, I can do no wrong, I think we would have better relationships with them. So yeah, that's just something that I was thinking about at the gym. Like, damn, they just all they have to do is just be honest. All they have to do is just be honest. But I think it's even hard for them because African parents think they know everything, but they don't. They do not know everything because their parents thought they knew everything. And if you look at the history, if my mom thinks she knows everything, she's learning everything that she thinks she knows from her mom, who definitely didn't know everything, and she learned that from her mom. So it's just a lot of like passed down trauma. And it's even hard to talk to your African parents because you'll tell them these things and be like, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. So yeah, I just think like just honesty and having the hard conversations with your kids will go a long way. And I think our generation is doing a better job at breaking down those barriers and breaking down those habits. And sometimes it's even hard because like you be thinking about your parents, you're like, but wait, why didn't you do this? Why am I the one? You know what I mean? But then you think about it and you have to have like, you're trying to have grace, you're trying to have understanding, forgiveness, because like they didn't know any better, right? It's their first time on earth, but it's also my first time. But at the same time, I also feel like, well, they were raised at a different time than us. Like they were born in Nigeria or Africa, wherever, and so they didn't have anything other than like their surroundings, their community. And they were all on the same like mindset type of thing. But I feel like even this generation in Africa, through social media, through all this like connection and devices and stuff, they're able to see Americans and like they're able to like search up things, and it's just different. Shit is just different. We've evolved. So I can't sit here and be like, oh, our parents should have done the work, because maybe it wasn't their fault that they weren't able to do the work. Maybe there was something that stopped them. The evolution consciousness wasn't where it's at now. So it's our job, but it's just fucking hard. And what makes it even harder is that you don't have the support of your parents some of the time. So you're like doing the work alone. But yeah, I feel like there was a lot more that I was thinking about when I was at the gym, but this is just something that I wanted to talk about. It was on my mind. So here here it is. I hope this made sense in some way, shape, or form.